Hi, it's Tanya with Red Cardinal Crafts, and tonight I'm just going to do an updated flip through of my 2001 album that I was working on. I just changed some of my embellishments, so I'll show you an update of that. And then this is what I did in my last video. I was working on the photos that I have in the computer, because all my photos from 2005 onward are in the computer. So I just wanted to just update you and show you how far I got with this. So this is all of 2005, and I actually finished 2005, and I've started on 2006, and this is how far I got with that. The pocket pages I used, some of them I did like style H, so that's the front and that's the back, so same as what I was doing with the other ones. And what I did at the end when I was done, I went back and I wrote down which particular pocket pages I used and how many I used of each. So in this whole year I used A, D, I, and H. I used those styles, and I used 19 of style A, 5 of style D, 6 of style I, and 2 of style H, so that when the day comes and I actually have my photos printed and I go to work on 2005, I know which pocket pages that I'll need. And yeah, so I really like this. What I'm struggling with now is trying to find a photo place that will ship to me. Shipping is really expensive to Bermuda. The core kits that I ordered the other week with Project Life, and I ordered 4 core kits and 4 mini kits, some plastic dividers, and a set of pocket pages of style A. The shipping is going to be, alone, the shipping is going to be $139, plus I still have to pay duty on top of that. So it's a little pricey, considering I only spent $137 on the actual order. The fact that the shipping and duty are going to be more than that is so frustrating, but whatever. At least once I get the photos done, I already have 2005 figured out. I do have to go back and do some of my journaling for the pages, but at least I know which photos I'm doing and where they're all going to go. Now, to try to find a company to ship to me, if I could, I tried Persnickety, and I asked them because they mentioned they have international shipping. However, Bermuda's not on the list, and I asked them specifically about Bermuda, and the girl I spoke to had no idea where Bermuda was, so it's not good. But anyway, so I think I might actually go through Snapfish. Well, I gotta look into Persnickety too, and just looking at prices, because what I like about Persnickety is that they'll do 4x6 photos, but they'll also do 3x4 photos. Snapfish, their prints are 9 cents, but they only do 4x6. So, I already have my photos for the 3x4 sections. I already have those edited to a 3x4 size on my computer. So to put them through Snapfish, I have to go back and change them into 4x6, and then I'll just have to trim them when I get them. But Persnickety, I could just say, yeah, these ones I want all as 3x4. So I just have to look into shipping to Canada, because what I think I'll do is I'll just ship them to my dad's house, and then someday when we go visit, which would most likely be the summer, then I can pick up my photos from there and just bring them back myself, and it'll be cheaper. So I just have to look at Persnickety, Snapfish, and Shutterfly, and just see who the cheapest is, which one it's, you know, easier to work with. I have worked with Snapfish in the past, and I made coffee table books, so I may go with Snapfish, but we'll just have to see what the shipping to Canada is going to be, and also the whole, you know, cropping of photos and stuff, so and what sizes they offer. But anyway, so here is my 2001 that you've seen before, but I've gone back and changed a couple things. You'll see that I rescued the flower. Now, sorry, it's nighttime and I've got lights going on, so there's going to be some shine on some of the pages. But anyway, so I went back and I added the flower, and then down here I just put some like pink paper, and then I did the same pink paper up top. This is just a Project Life card, and I just did some journaling on there about how I had made the blanket for Bryn while I was pregnant. And then over here I just added a couple little stickers and stuff. Now, I've been talking to Louise about this because she said she likes to watch my watch my videos, because I don't go into like crazy detail about my embellishments and where I get them from and what design, you know, what paper company it's from or whatever. It's mostly because I don't know. I have my Project Life cards, you know, they're all Becky Higgins mostly. Some of them are, I think, We Are Memory Keepers, and then I have like these recollections and stuff. But generally when I'm working, I don't really know or pay attention to what company I got them from. And here's the thing, this is why I don't explain it in you know, complete detail. It's because I have different photos than you. I have a different style than you, most likely. I have different supplies than you. This sticker in particular I've had for years, and I'm sure probably 90% of you out there have never seen that before or don't own it. So I don't see the point in explaining what company it's from. I don't know. So I just kind of do my own embellishing, and you know, it's just mostly to show you guys what I'm working on and how I'm doing it, how I'm going back so many years and, you know, picking through the old photos and actually, you know, working on the Project Life pages, because I really like Project Life and I like how it's going and I like how it's flowing and I like how I can go back and switch out a card if I don't like it, you know, and change it around. So I'm sorry if I don't go into a whole lot of detail about where the particular items are from that I'm embellishing with, but that's just how I do it. And then this photo in particular, I just trimmed it and put a foam arrow and then a sticker that says I love you. And then I have the shiny flower over here. And then this card is just graph paper, and I took a couple different pieces of paper and then just put a Mickey sticker. It just says love, true love. And then this stayed the same, and I have lovable, huggable, darling. This cat was up here on the blue paper, and I just trimmed the paper because it was already glued down, and I just stuck it down there as a little accent. And then up here, see, I did Mickey stuff because she had the little Mickey outfit on that my mom and dad had given her. And then a couple little paper pieces there, and then this just says oh my, and then the Mickey staring at her and just says our little angel. And then I took a piece of paper and stuck it on the edge of that card because it was just plain right there. So that's that page. And then this is the one I talked about in my last video, and I had just found it boring. So this is the one I had, you know, kind of changed up a little bit. Sorry for the glare. Okay, there we go. So this one here, I just did a felt flower, just as playtime. I put a star and some lines there. This one I could have trimmed a little bit more, but that little entryway into this room, this was a little office we had in that first house. And when Bryn got a little bit bigger, she used to crawl into this room. I'd be working on the computer in this room, and she'd crawl in, and I just thought it was the cutest thing because she'd come peeking around the corner. And she just thought it was hilarious. And this is a little basket of toys that she used to play with in that room. Every room, I think we had a basket of toys so that she'd have stuff in each room. This card here was this. And I just found it so orange and so dark, so I just switched it out and did a piece of graph paper. The graph paper I'm using is just, it's my Project Life cards in the 4x6, and I don't have 3x4, so I just need to get some 3x4s because I just keep trimming those down, which is fine, but I just don't want to waste them. And then I just did a little green marker at the bottom. This card I really don't like, so I will probably go back and switch it. I just did a rub-on there, and I just did a little chipboard number 7 because she was 7 months. But that's what I like about Project Life. I can just take that card out and switch it. This one I took and switched it out. If this was a 12x12 layout and everything was glued down, I would have, you know, gone back and went, oh, whatever, that's just the way it turned out. I'm not really happy with this page. But this I can kind of go back and make some changes if I want and just, you know, slip a different card in the pocket. So I love it. So this one I just trimmed down a little bit and put a little felt flower. This just has a whole bunch of Z's because she's sleeping. And then this page over here, this is a little busy, but it's fine. It just says happy, and I drew another little heart up there and a piece of lace. And then here I just trimmed that photo down because it was quite dark, and it just says little one, happy, and then tiny toes. And then this one, because she just got out of the bath, I have a sticker that says no shirt, no shoes, no problem. And then I did a little rub on down here that says hello you. And then this one I changed up. I wanted to make it a little more interesting, so it just says hugs and kisses. This card here was just all taupe, and all this is all still stuck together from the original card, but I just trimmed it, added another little card behind it, just says you are loved, and then, so it's just on the graph paper, and then I had days of the week washi tape, so it just says Monday and Tuesday, and that was just to represent the fact that this could have been any day of the week when we were, you know, playing in her room. And then I just drew a rough little flower, and I wrote February. There's a woman on YouTube that has, I think it's Smash Journals or Moleskine Journals or whatever, and she does this style of writing, and I just think it's so fun, so I borrowed that idea. And then over here I have some ribbon that has like sticky on the back of it, so which is nice, and it just says cherished, and I had some black flowers that were like these white ones that I showed you before. And I just added a tag and some flowers there. I added some pink polka dot paper. I did put the picture of Bryn looking at Annette's watch. I just think that's such a sweet picture. And then again, I wrote family time over here, and I did a little clock. And then down here I have some rhinestone stickers and another one of those flowers. The rhinestones are from Betsy, so thank you for those. And then up here, so my little clock, just because she was looking at her watch. Anytime I do a clock, I always put 2 o'clock. That's the time of day my mom passed away. So whenever I do a clock, it's even in my Squirrel's peanut allergy book. Any clocks in my book, I always put 2 o'clock. So then this page, I didn't really do anything. All I did was trim the top of that photo and add some pink paper that had red polka dots on it and a sticker that just says my favorite things. I'm still not done this layout, and you can see because I still haven't glued this photo in. It's one of those pages I just keep coming back to, and I want to work on it and I want to make some changes to it, and then I start and I'm like, no, my brain is empty. I can't think of what to do with it. And maybe it's fine. Here it's wood grain, so I think that's kind of cute, but maybe that's just too boring to just have a card shoved in there. So I don't know. It's one of those cards I keep coming back to. This layout, I didn't do anything to it to change it at all because it's busy enough. There's enough going on in the photos and there's enough going on in these little cards that I just did journaling and I called it a day because I just don't think there's any reason to do any more embellishing to it. There's enough going on in the photos. This one here, I found that I got somewhat creative. I took one of my graph paper pieces and I used some watercolor paint and just made some smudges and flecks everywhere because I just wanted to show that she was messy because she was trying to feed herself. And I just did some washi tape and a sticker and it just says love. And I just put good job, Bryn. So yeah, so that's all about her eating, but I just thought that was fun. It's like stuff spilled all over it, so I thought that was cute. And then this one here, I just did a little camera sticker, and then hello there, which is usually what I say to them when they're up to no good and they're doing something. I just walk by and go, hello there, like, what are we doing? So she was digging in the cupboard, and then I just took some pink gingham paper and put love you in real life. And then this one you saw from the other day, and it was just very blue, so I just wanted to add in some different colors, the greens and the reds. These are the birthday cards that I got the other week from that We Are Memory Keepers kit. And this card here, I wanted to do some kind of colors on it, but still have some of the blues in it. It's actually this card. It's the birthday wishes, but I just made sure the photo covered up the candles and the birthday wishes. So that's that same card, but I just figured that brought in some different colors. And then this card just says today, so I just trimmed the card there. And then over here, again, there's a lot going on in the photo, so I didn't do a lot of embellishing. This one, it was just showing so much of the background and it was kind of boring. I think it was just showing dead grass and puddles. So I just trimmed the photo, put a couple flowers, a card that I covered up. It said Everyday Life, which was back on one of the pages, but I just covered that up and covered up the word everyday and just left it with life. And then a piece of washi tape. And then this one I was really having trouble with the other day, and I kept saying, oh, I'm just going to wait and leave it till I get my new cards. But I found this little strip of purple ribbon. It was just on this thing, and it's like sticky ribbon. And it was the color of her t-shirt in the photo. So I was like, okay, this is good. And then I always forget to use my, like my 6x6 papers, and I have them right here, but I'm so used to looking at my Project Life cards. But this was a pack of paper that I went through, and I was like, well, that's fun. So I did pink gingham up there, and it just says, so this is happy, because there's some words printed on some of the paper here, so I just cut it out like this. So I just cut those out for embellishments. And then I just had this Project Life card that said, love you forever. That might not be Project Life. Anyway, it's one of those, you know, pocket cards. And then over here I just used some blue chevron paper and then cut out another one of those things, and I just used some stickers to spell out spring. And I stamped. I'm so proud of myself. I am the worst stamper. I have a few stamps, but I'm not very good at stamping. I always make a mess. And this one here, it said April and then 01, just, it's supposed to be the day of April, but I did it as like the year, and this little square was getting full of ink, so I'm so proud of myself that I didn't screw that up. So you'll very rarely, let's just say very rarely, see me stamp, because I'm just not good at it. And I'm like, rub-ons are a big deal for me to try to do a rub-on. I'm just not good at it. And then, so this was just a plain kind of card with the blue and the kind of golden color, so I just took some of the gingham paper and put it there. And then here I just had the little thing say, "Oh snap," because I'm pretty sure that's what Scott was saying when he was trying to feed the horse because he's terrified of horses. And then here we are. This is kind of one of the last photos or last pages I was working on. This one I'm kind of changing up a little bit too. I just wanted, these are the cards I had pulled before starting this video. I was just going to do that and just sort of brighten it up because there's yellow in her bib and her dessert has some yellow in it. So stuff like that. So I'm just going to change a little bit because these cards just seem so boring and so dark. And this, there's again a lot of stuff going on in here, so I just trimmed Mom's photo and it just says "Wonderful You" under there. It was part of that card. I was going to trim this one too and just cover that up, but then the raffia that was hanging from the lattice just looks like weird spaghetti or worms hanging, so I figured if I left in the bit of lattice you could see it. And Mom and Dad dance and they always did like little fists. That's how they danced. It was so cute. But anyway, so I just, you know, trimmed some cards. So this is what I'm working on at this point, this page here. I haven't gone into her birthday pages or anything yet to go back and, you know, trim or embellish or even journal for that matter. I still need to do some more journaling. But that's where I am with my 2001. So yeah, so I hope you guys are doing good with your project life. I plan to work on it this weekend, and like I said, it's just nice to go from this, and then I can also go work on this when I get bored of this. Then I can go back to embellishing and having fun with that. So I hope you guys are having a good weekend, and I'll be back with some more videos soon. All right, thanks for watching. See ya.